Operation is locked. Why is orientation locked? It's fucking weird. I'm not waiting for a guest. All right, everybody, I am back on the road again. So, thanks for hanging out with me today. If you're there, primarily just vlogging at this point as I drive home. So, I guess before I actually start talking about some fruitful content, maybe I'll just yammer on. But if you are just catching up with me right now, I am driving back home to Virginia Beach from Farmville, Virginia, where I saw my son's first rugby game, where he got one tackle as a fullback. And yeah, so very happy, very proud of him that he got a chance to play a little bit because first time for him to play this sport. And doing something different this time with this live stream as opposed to what I did earlier. I'm just going YouTube live direct. I don't know what it looks like on your screen if you're watching right now, if it's in portrait mode or landscape. So hopefully it looks decent on your device that you're listening to me on, because there's nothing to really see other than me driving and just listening to me talking. So kind of like a mini podcast, I guess. But just want to talk a little bit about some of the lessons that I learned today while I was, well, primarily flying my drone at the rugby game, because there are special restrictions, if you will, as well when you're flying and such. And first and foremost, I was not flying over people. I was above, if you will. And I don't know why this live stream looks different in comparison to what I did the first time. I don't know that I particularly like it, but it is what it is. So, and it says it's waiting for a guest. I must have clicked something on here that says guest, but we'll give this a try to see how this works out this go around, and we'll go from there. But a couple of things that I learned when I was flying my drone, recording the video game, because at the request of coach, we wanted to see what it would be like to fly the drone where it was not a distraction to the players or the fans. And so I flew it at about 200 feet. There was nobody directly below me, just off to the side, and had the camera set up at an angle. The primary issue that I had, of course, though, was batteries. I've only got 3 batteries that gave me in about an hour and a half. And so, with matches being, let's see, 80 minutes long, I ran out of battery, to say the least. So, I need a better way to charge my batteries while when one battery is depleted, I can start charging that right away. And I mean, I still wanted to continue to record, so once I got to battery number 3, I just turned the truck on and yeah, just started charging the battery in that manner. But yeah, so I need a better method to charge my batteries. That will be either, because there was no electricity at this field, it was just an open park. I was sitting on the bench that was dedicated to the Farmville High School's, I guess Farmville High School is what it said on the bench. The That park bench was donated by the class of 1956 because the school got torn down. No, class of nine. I think they tore it down in 1993 is what it said, something like that. Farmville High School in Farmville, Virginia. And it's this great big open field, very nice location to fly a drone at. Very nice rugby pitch that they're playing at, and yeah, lots of space for sure. Lots of space to fly a drone if one were so inclined. And it's Class G airspace as well, which is important in which is important in our drone flying. So I could get up to 400 feet, and I tried. And you know what? Looking down, at stuff from 400 feet. It's cool and all, but it's not, you know, it's not one of those things where you can really see anything, you know. So yeah, so in other words, I'm not gonna fly watching sporting events at 400 feet, too high to see anything. Even at 200 feet, it was pretty darn high. But that was the point of flying that high, so that when the coach reviews the video with his players, he'll be able to continue to, provide coaching as appropriate. So that was the primary goal of the drone videoing that I did today. But either buy more batteries, and I'll probably buy one or two more of the batteries for my DJI Mavic 3 Pro Cine, because I mean it's best to have as many batteries on hand, and doing that will allow me to stay in the air continuously, I think, as long as I'm able to get a charging system set up other than the truck. So the way I do have things set up right now is I'm actually charging the batteries as I drive back home using this Anker 100-watt charging block. It's got quick charge capability, and wow, it's hot. So I'm gonna put it in front of the air conditioning so it cools off a little bit, because heat's not always a good thing. It does get this hot when I'm at home also, though. So I'm not. So, or buy one of those portable chargers so that I can take it with me, because I won't be by my truck all the time. And I might have had to walk to the field, and now nowhere to charge my battery. And so, I just saw somebody. I got 3 comments on this chat, so thank you very much for this. I might end this live stream, and then position the drone directly over the pitch, over the field. I flew it offset off to the side. So, good lesson learned as far as requiring more batteries, number one, and a method of charging. So now it's cool. I got 2 likes at least, 2 thumbs up. So thank you. And I've only had 2 people show up to this live stream as well. Greatly appreciated. Whoo! Oh man, I had a big old Chick-fil-A sandwich on the way out because I was hungry at about. Stopped, got some food, and yeah, I am on my way home. GPS has me arriving at home at around 7 o'clock, and I'm just doing the speed limit because, for one, I am live streaming and just talking and enjoying the ride back home. This certainly, talking like this, knowing that I'm on camera, helps me stay awake. So, ideally, what I'd like to do, I set up StreamYard last time. I don't know, someone else. Thank you for joining me today. I'm driving from Farmville, Virginia, to Virginia Beach, Virginia. I left Farmville maybe about an hour ago, we'll say. so I've got about 2 hours left of driving to make it home safely. So able to return the attention, and I know I'm just yammering away on this live stream, but I stopped to take a facilities break in about 30 minutes from now. There is a Love's coming up around the corner, so I am going to turn this live stream off then. But primarily, this is like a vlog for me, vlogging. But yeah, I'm basically. What else did I learn? Open up my drone launchpad. I get it compressed in its smaller configuration. Open it up to its full extent. The grass was pretty high, so it kind of made it fluffy as well. But yeah, I landed on the grass, and because it's got legs, it's not high enough. It did contact the grass, which I got to clean the propellers off so that I have better, smoother flying on my next flight. But I am kind of looking for a spot to stop and fly my DJI Avata drone as I go back home right now. I thought about stopping at that train station museum. That was kind of cool, but decided not to because I just didn't feel like stopping there. Something just didn't feel right about it. It was Class G airspace. I checked it real quick. Oh, but decided to not stop there. Just keep on going with my travels because it is a little bit of a ways. Yep. What else did I learn? Restroom? Yep. So I do have a pee bottle. I mean, it makes sense if you're in public and you've got a place where at least you can go to the bathroom, like the truck. I just go in the back seat and take care of business. But hydrate and have a pee bottle handy so that one can use the facilities. And what else have I learned today? I did look at the forecast. It was chilly back at home, and I assumed that it would be a little bit cool outside in the mountain because get higher up in altitude. It's not that much higher from sea level, that is. And so it's gonna start to get cooler here soon as well. So not too bad. I enjoy the drive, and live streaming like this certainly helps the drive go by a lot faster, as well as keeping me awake. Because now I'm also thinking. I'm using the brain and I'm staying engaged to at least be of somewhat entertainment to myself and my viewers. And so, again, thank you for joining me when you do join, if you do join, or if you watch this later on, because you got some stuff going on. But my son plays rugby for Hampton Sydney College, and that's a giant bird. So he's on the rugby team there, B team, and he'll get. Oh my gosh! Yeah, you open up the floodgates with the yawning, right? All right. So what did I learn? Need to research the facilities, electricity, the fields. Yeah, with wrestling it was easy. You were indoors, and I could plug my iPad in, multi-window close. Your phone is too hot. Okay. My phone's too hot. Yeah, I guess so. You know what? I was charging it at the same time using the charger block. So I'll go ahead and unplug that to allow that to happen. So I'm not sure about this multi-window being open at the same time either though. So yep. I guess I'm waiting. It's supposed to be waiting for a guest, but I wanted to go into landscape mode, but it won't let me. So hopefully it looks decent when you're viewing it. So you know what? Maybe I ate too much food, which is why I'm feeling a little bit tired. I had a Chick-fil-A sandwich at Chick-fil-A and a milkshake. So, do I have any more of that milkshake left? Yeah, this milkshake was a really good milkshake today. I was impressed. was impressed with this milkshake. Oh, hi! Good to see you again. All right. Thank you very much for joining me. What does Thames-Love mean? Thames-Love. How's the game, host? It was awesome. Thank you for asking and for remembering about it. Yes, my son, they won Hampton-Sydney College, beat Longwood University at rugby this afternoon. And the Longwood University rugby team, they were a combined group of students and rugby players from both Longwood University and Old Dominion University, which is actually in Norfolk, Virginia. What is this fooling? We can turn already. And so a combined team versus our team. And what's really cool about the Hampton-Sydney rugby program is that they're growing their team. I mean, they've got 40 students on the rugby team this year, and you can only play 15 at a time. So they've got enough for if you can only put 15 people on 15 people on a field at the time. They've got enough for 3 lines, or effectively 3 lines, or 2 lines of fresh bodies going rotating in and out on the field, which is great. And so yeah, the coach is he's a young coach, Coach Seth. I forgot his last name, but Coach Seth, he's got some great vision for the direction that he wants to take his team, and I'm glad that my son is part of that, and part of going to be part of the success of this rugby club at Hampton-Sydney College. And so this is a completely new sport to me. I'm aware that there's what's called 15s, where it's 15 versus 15 on the 15 versus 15 on the field, and then they're in the springtime they play sevens, which means 7 versus 7 players in a rugby match, and then there's different, I guess, divisions. So at the world level, you've got, I guess, something called U17. So basically, the players are going to be 17 years old or younger, and then there's other age brackets that others can play on also. And so I had heard that from the coach that there is a U23 league, which is basically everybody that is 23 years old and younger. So Severn states that he's interested in doing that. So we'll see. I hope that he does, and I hope that he doesn't. I mean, it's one of those things where if he does, what's his summer going to look like? Because I believe they practice out of DC, and does that mean he's gonna live in DC for the summer instead of come back home to Virginia Beach, where we would prefer that he comes home to? Because I mean, if he's away, then we need to he needs to get an apartment, probably a job to pay for that apartment and his gas. If he came home, he wouldn't have to worry about that stuff. But regardless, we'll see what he wants to do, and we'll go from there. And if that's what he wants to do, then we'll figure out a way to support him to make it happen. I mean, that's why, I mean, since the day that he was born, and actually since before he was born, I was already saving money for his college and college expenses. And so that's just appropriate financial planning, for the future. I mean, I started planning for his future back in 2002, before he was born. 2003. So yeah, just putting money, a little bit of money away on a regular basis. Ones, tax advantaged, of course, to ensure that his college education is taken care of. So I mean, that's how my parents had planned for my brother and I, and made it happen. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting home and processing the video that I took. I didn't shoot a lot because I did lose battery, or I had to change out batteries, so there were a couple plays that I had missed. And then, oh wow, deer just ran in front of that vehicle. Dumb. It's a young one too. It looked like a deer. It looked like a dog. Hope none others. Let's see here. Why they would sprint out in the middle of the road in front of people while the roads are. These deers are idiots. Unless they're playing some type of an initiation chicken game with amongst themselves. You have to run across now. And then they hesitate and they go and they get hit. Right? I just saw that, Warren. Thank you very much. You never know. I'll get demonetized, right? And not that I'm monetized now. Comment about it. I think you can get copyright strikes against you if you sing songs. So I would have to come up with my own songs, right? But yeah, if anything, I'll sing you some Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. Great song, right? Yes. Warren, great to see you again, brother. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, I'm just heading on back and to Virginia Beach. Hampton Sydney joined it. They won their rugby match, and so I've got 3 hours back home. I should get home in about 2. I've been on the road for about an hour already. Got some Chick-fil-A before I didn't do the streaming thing just now. It was easier to just turn on the live stream on YouTube by clicking a few buttons, and then yeah, I don't know why it's in this landscape mode right now, but we'll I'll get going again here in a little bit with respect to that, I think, because I will be stopping at that same Loves that I stopped at, which is the halfway mark. I'll stop there and then take a pause from this, and maybe I'll set StreamYard up if anybody, if there's interest. So what I'll do is, if there's interest in joining me on StreamYard, let me know, put it in the chat, and when I stop, I'll turn it on. I'll send you a link, and we'll go from there. But I don't want to be messing with the phone while I'm driving. So, yeah, but yeah, for my fellow drone pilots out there that are watching, lessons learned for recording video games: number 1, have enough battery power. Number 2, have a way to charge your batteries in the field. I only had my truck, and the charging block that I used was this Anker 100 watt for the DJI Mavic 3 Pro batteries, and it charged the batteries. I only actually when one died, I started charging it, and I confirmed rather, that the port, the 12-volt outlet that's in the truck, it's only operational when the truck is running. So because because it was not running, it wouldn't charge. I had to turn the truck on. So now here I am, engines on, charging batteries. Was able to get one more flight in as a result of that. So I missed a couple plays and a little bit of the game of the scrimmage at the end. But again, it's so that they can see what they've got going on, and hopefully the players on the video are loud enough or large enough for the coach to see and make comments and say and draw his X's and O's on there. Excuse me. Yeah, hopefully it's big enough so the coach can do his coaching with his teammates, which is why I shot the video in that manner. Plus, I did not want to be a distraction to the fans. I wanted to make sure that I flew around, not over people during the match. Yeah, basically just positioned off to the side. And then angling. You'll be able to see it best when the time comes. Okay, let's see. Here. Wendy's. So I stopped at Chick-fil-A before I left Farmville. Got me a spicy chicken sandwich and some fries, a Mountain Dew drink because of Pepsi products. And then I got on the road. Oh, and a milkshake, chocolate milkshake. And that was a really good milkshake. And I would submit that it's better than McDonald's milkshake. And I really enjoyed just now as I finished it. But yeah, I need to get to this Loves, man. Kid-sized bladder. Kid-sized bladder is kicking in, letting me know, hey, you drank too much water. Which, on a hot day, no such thing as drinking too much water, I think. Oh, I guess there is such thing as drinking too much water. It's called hypernatremia, where you now flush your body of all the salts in your system because you drank too much water. And that's why. And that's what Gatorade is. It's salt water that's flavored. When you look at the ingredients, sodium chloride, right? And so, yep, just trying to stay awake here. So, all right, I thought I saw somebody just join, but my chat disappeared, and I can't pull it up. I'm not gonna pull it up while I'm driving. Trying to be safer here on the road. Yeah, a little bit safer, but I just continue to do stuff, right? Yeah. So GPS says exactly 2 hours away from home. If I go faster, I'll get there sooner, right? It's just be dark. I actually got on live stream for, is it Paul Murray's live stream video? And so stop on that gas and make a GPS liar. Yeah, no kidding, right? It takes down because it's not taking it. I did see some really cool water towers to try to fly next time. I mean, they're tall enough, but I guess the primary areas where they were located at, it didn't look like places that I wanted to hang out and fly at. Or some down vehicles over here on a blind spot. Moving back over. Still on 460 East. I'll be on here for a little bit. Just a little bit longer. On the way back to Virginia Beach. Yeah, the drive out here wasn't too bad at all. And I'm enjoying the drive back home now. I knew I'd be tired, which is why I wanted to be able to live stream so that I can attempt to stay awake. And I feel like it's backfiring on me right now because my eyelids are feel heavy. Not too heavy, and I will stop if I need to get out and walk around. So we'll see. We shall see. I do want to fly some more though, and so I am keeping my eyes out for a spot that I could put the goggles on, go into the air. What is that? Looks like someone's luggage on the side of the road there. Not cool. Yeah, it's crazy. So do I look landscape or portrait mode to you in your videos? So right now, when I turn my phone sideways to do a landscape video, it cuts it in half here like this. Orientation is locked, rotate device back. And I think part of that is because YouTube is, I typed in invite guest, thinking that I'll be able to invite a guest to the live stream again in the future. You sliding downhill, watch it. Yeah, no kidding, bro. CB radio. Never had a CB radio. I do have a CB, what do you call it, thing. But what is that? It's like I thought there's a cop at the end of this guardrail here. Like a motorcycle cop recording, taking readings of speeders. But I'm only going 60 miles per hour. Yeah, no, a little bit of downhill action just there. Or are you talking about me yawning? Yeah. Oh, you're on direct YouTube live stream. Yes. It was just easier for me to set up right now versus jumping onto the live stream because I was already driving. I didn't start. I didn't. Last time I started my live stream and then I got going, and so just wanted to get ahead of it with the road and traffic. So I simply just turned on the live stream in YouTube and went from there. Not using live stream. We're not using StreamYard or Zoom or any of those other applications. YouTube has their own live streaming app. And I turned the little log for me for thoughts. Waiting for guests to join. So I'm assuming that I'm live still right now. A notification saying that uh, I'll put on the StreamYard again. Might be a better YouTube might be a better application for me to utilize for the type of live streaming that I'm doing. But I don't enjoy flying a drone and learn how to fly videos. So we'll see how that all turns out. But yeah, I put out good content. I know, and I also believe that I will put out good content. Yeah, thank you, Warren. Thank you, Guhai. It's everything is. I'm in that area again. So taking note of where I went out. What town are we in here? Sutherland, by the giant Confederate flag back there. Yeah, it's a big flag. So you're pixelated and freezing up. Yeah. Sorry, Warren. I appreciate you letting me know. Continue to, I guess, and I appreciate you continuing to hang out with me on this live stream as I crush miles. Hey, you know what? It could be worse. It could be a 4-hour drive instead of a 3-hour drive, or it could be a drive to Fairfax, which is further away. That is. I think I'm coming close to that love, so I'll take a walk break over there, and then I'll try to do something different with the live stream so that I can. You know, am I landscape mode right now? Can you guys? Is my video sideways or is it straight up and down? Because the way it looks to me on my phone is that it's in landscape mode. But part of that is because my phone's in landscape mode. But when I turn it sideways, move its orientation, and I do not know why. Other than the bottom half of my screen says "waiting for guest." So clearly, I clicked on the function to invite a guest. User friendly than the StreamYards or the Zooms, and is not as expensive as the paid premiums. That is. So we'll see. To be determined. Yep. I know that we're coming up on that love circle soon. Got to be. Where did my map go? That's the question. Yeah, it is really nice out here right now. And I really want to get out and fly my drone, but short of being asked and approached, what are you doing on my property? There's really no place to fly. You know, see how coming up on the Walmart Supercenter. You know, I could go fly that baseball field over there. That would be a nice break to do. What do we have here? Little League team taking a team photo. Dinwiddie Sportsplex. It's like Pee Wee football. Wow, there's a lot of and Pee Wee cheerleaders. No way, really? Okay, cool. Right on. You know what? Hey, those kids are getting athletic, right? At least they're not sitting in front of the couch and playing video games all long. You know, they'll have plenty of time to do that when they're grown up and older. But at least they'll have been given the skills to not do that all the time. I mean, Jason, find the nearest. Indeed, there are none on this road. There are none on this road. The nearest one might be back at home. But is that not the rest stop? Nope, not where I want to go yet. I wonder if that's another Walmart or Amazon factory that they're putting there. So yeah, what I'll do if you do not have a blue wrench, I'll go through the log here and give you guys a blue wrench for hanging out with me. It's a lot easier to get to people's YouTube channels by utilizing that blue wrench. Yep. I told you first, Baskerville. It's like I think it's Halloween decorations. And what do we have here? That's not Love's. Yeah, no kidding, man. You gotta find a nearest place to barbecue and wings. This is what I see. Barbecue and wings. I saw a sign for barbecue wings in that rusted out gas station. But oh, that's a cool little place there. Here, check this one out. I guess you can't. There. Yeah. See. That's what I'm looking at. Here's the road. Cox Road, Airport Street. So, yep. Flip the camera back around to me. Yeah, so what I did, the reason why I'm in this portrait mode thing, where it looks like I'm stacked. I wonder what it looks like on your guys' end. So I guess I'll review the video later on. But the bottom half of my screen says waiting for guest, and I don't have a guest to invite. I did it that time. I mean, I just didn't know who was going to be online, and my goal was to just yammer on for a few minutes and make a video record of my lessons learned in flying today. So if you didn't hear it yet, happy to share that, of course. When I was young, the interstate highway system wasn't finished. Yeah, right. So a lot of family and road trips are on back roads. Yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah, growing up, my mom and dad bought some property in upstate New York, and that was 5 to 6 hours of a drive. And they weren't exactly back roads, but the roads were about 45 miles, 55 miles per hour. All right, stand by for a moment. 85 Rip, Norfolk, exit quarter mile. Cool. And once I get on there, I know that the Loves will be nearby. Because, yeah, as I got on the road, I got a Chick-fil-A meal, Mountain Dew, and a chocolate shake. And a Chick-fil-A sandwich, which, not that I'm hurting, but I mean, I probably should have eaten half so I wouldn't feel so full. So that's another lesson learned, particularly on these road trips where I'm much before down the road, so you wouldn't be hungry. Save the rest of your meal for later on, right? So, hey, lessons learned as always. What else did I learn today? Flannel can get super warm. It's not exactly fall yet. It got really warm out there, so yeah, the flannel is off. Actually, use my giant landing pad that I kept it folded, and it makes it harder on the landing, more difficult to land on such a precision spot. I landed next to it, missed the landing pad. On my third battery change, and so cut some grass, not a lot, but enough to make me want to open up my the drone pad fully, so it lands not on grass. That is, not chopping up the grass when I land. Yes. Whew. Yeah, we were having some technical difficulties earlier with the StreamYard. Justin got on and Droner Gaming. We were chatting for a good while, about 20, 30 minutes. And the fix, the in the field fix, so to speak, was to disconnect my truck Bluetooth, or sever that link, that pairing, and pair with my wireless earbuds, and so I could hear him there, which is pretty good. I put my Autel in the grass today. Oh, no way. Like hard put it in the grass, or able to continue to fly in the grass. Yeah, well, oh, it's just grass. You know what? It's not exactly friendly, because also the worst part about it is the cleanup of the grass that you have to do. So even though it's just grass, yeah, that just grass is a pain in the butt because of the aftermath of cleanup. You know, misjudged landing zone, indeed. Yeah, I almost flew it into me today, actually, too, because I moved it to the left a little too much, and it it just surged into position, and I was like, okay, a little embarrassing. You're supposed to look like you know what you're doing. So on that note, though, that's another good lesson learned. On landing, line it up at altitude, maybe 10 feet, and then bring it down. Don't bring it to eye level and then try to line up the landing pad, because that can be disastrous. You know, I mean, I was still far enough away, but it did lunge at me, if you will, it scared me, you know, and I don't know that would have been able to move as fast as I did when my Avata was coming at my face that one time in that one video. In fact, that video, I think it's at like 187,000 views already. So, I mean, I posted it a while ago, and so, I mean, it did really well in the first few days, and it did just start continuing to grow. But for nobody YouTuber like I am right now, I guess it's pretty good, you know. Granted, because all my other videos, all my other shorts, it's like might have broken 1,000, but the majority of them might have broken 100. I don't even know the exact number, but yeah. My goal is to post one video short per day of some cool flying, maybe a little bit of talking head, or at least voiceover in the video, talking about what I did. Like I did one was it yesterday or the day before, where I talk about the rescue of a drone from a tree. Fucking assholes. Kidding me? Dipshits. Well, that woke me up. Gotta get scared and wake up. Pardon my French. Yes. I thought I heard it say US 68. Rocky Mountain, North Carolina, Richmond, 1 3/4 miles. Yeah, I'm just riding the speed limit. I prefer to ride a speed limit. Easy on gas. I mean, if the speed limit jumps me to 70 miles per hour like it does on Route 64, east or westbound, then I'll maintain 70 miles per hour to, maintain the flow of traffic. But I don't really care to bust the speed limit 5 or 10 miles per hour over, because I'm just going home. I don't have an appointment. It's just get home when I get home. Enjoy the drive and go from there. Police, coming for you. I am in Petersburg, Virginia right now, at least on the highway of Petersburg, Virginia. And it looks like someone's down on the road working on their. US 468 it said, 460 east, exit 68. Fort Greg Adams, exit 69er. All right. Exit 68. Warren, where are you located at? Again, I don't remember off the top of my head. Tractors. Quarters of a mile. Yeah, I'm about, let's see, an hour and a half away. Hour and a half away. So Southwest Ohio. Check. Right on, man. Any climbing days are, my climbing days are over. My drone will belong to the tree. Yeah, well, you see, can you guys hear my navigation going in the background? I assume that you can, because my microphone's on and it's not go. It's, I mean, it's going through the phone, the same system. But yeah, clearly when I climb, I will climb with the proper safety equipment because, it, I mean, the perspective of when a drone or an RC plane is stuck in a tree. Oh, it looks so easy. I can climb up there. I don't need a rope, you know. It looks easy when you're on the ground. The problem is climbing up there, it's fatiguing, you know. You get tired and eventually tree can't come down, you know. And tired. And it's not like you go up there with food and drink and water to replenish the strength and energy that you lost climbing up it to give you the strength and energy to climb back down. So when I go in a tree, I will climb with equipment. And so, all right, so back on 460 East. And I like climbing. They joke me at the airfield that I fly at. Oh, you shouldn't have told me that you like climbing. You know, I won't have to. I don't have to pay you to clip my drone anymore. Yeah, I'm not asking for a payment either. I just, which is cool. You know, for a drone, you know, their drone that they're flying for non-rec work, and that that climb will be a business climb, if you will. I think that makes sense to do it that way, as opposed to rescuing drones and RC planes that were put in trees and got stuck up in trees that were being flown recreationally. You know, I don't know. I guess it depends on who it is. If we're in the same club, for sure, you know, I'll take care of them. You know, I mean, one guy offered to, you know, pay me some. You know what? I'll never say no to cash for sure. And oh, that's a nice big old open field that I can go fly at. I'll never say no to cash. That's for sure. And I will. Oh, someone's turning left up ahead in this 4-lane road. Whew. Don't do it, fool. Good. Yeah, he was gonna know this guy. He had a washing machine in the back of his truck, so he was not gonna make any sudden movements. Better not have. This guy's trying to pull out too. Yeah, driving on these types of roads makes it is a lot easier compared to driving on the highway because these back roads, if you will, you know, varies the speed limit. You got to pay attention to it so that you're not busting the speed limit when you're driving through. Makes you know get a ticket because of just due to lack of situational awareness. Ooh, that'd be a cool place to fly my drone. But that looks like it'd be weird to be parked on the side of someone's backyard at the cable cut for some power lines, which I wouldn't want to fly around anyway, because I mean I'd rather fly in an area where it's, you know, small enough obstacles, so to speak, high enough so that I can play and fly. And when I crash it, I can walk to retrieve my drone. You know, I don't have to worry about climbing anything to to retrieve my drone. I don't have to worry about driving to the location or going on, a major hike to go and retrieve it. It's nearby, if you will. But I still fly it far away because it's fun to go out and explore, right? Who was it? I thought I saw a post online someplace. Maybe it was Facebook. Somebody was talking about how they wanted to. Whew, how they wanted to. They were curious to know what the range was, or no, they had anxiety about flying it farther or higher in altitude because they're looking at their drone and they're like, oh my god, it's so far, it's so high, far away, and I get that 100%. But my advice to that person was to fly it high, you know, punch to 400 feet, scare yourself, and then bring it back down to an altitude that you're comfortable at, that you're comfortable flying. Why 295 north? How did I get all the way out here? This is so weird. I assume that it's still going. See you later. Yeah, Warren, thank you so much for hanging out with me, man. I appreciate you taking a moment. I'm going to try completing editing on the video tonight. Yay, yes, do it. In fact, I've set a goal for myself, Warren, real quick. Set a goal to submit and do one shorts video per day. 15 seconds to a minute. That's my goal. To help me get faster at editing and build my process down is really the purpose of doing that. So the repetitions, getting repetitions in. So have a great afternoon. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Thank you so much. Whoo! All right. Where are we? So you know what's funny? I remember seeing all of this, but I don't remember seeing all. I don't remember seeing all of this. Okay, the loves is coming up. I remember this. It's probably because I was trying to doing the live streaming thing. I was focused on that. And driving, and focused on driving. And so, all right, I think we're at a good point right now where I can actually stop this live stream and switch over to the StreamYard live stream.